what's up everybody, this is Mouthful of Peace Boy. Welcome back to my franchise. This is my series, Road to Super Bowl 54. This time we're against the Philadelphia Eagles at US Bank. Let's get straight into it.
Now we're cooking. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Okay, we're against the Philadelphia Eagles. All I gotta know is it's gonna be a good one.
In week 6 of the NFL season,
they do got an X factor on defense, which is Fletcher Cox.
Fielded at the 2.
So mostly,
across the 20 before he's brought down.
I gotta make sure I go as quick as I can.
Here's the Viking offense.
Fletcher might go through my
led out by a
offensive
5th-round pick in the 2019 draft out of North Dakota State. It's Easton Stick.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly or behind closed doors. He probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he's taken down, able to slip across the 35.
I tried to figure out if I could juke in behind him after that moment.
Picking up the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. Open here, Adam Thielen.
There we go, Adam Thielen. First
chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now let's go with this one.
So from Philadelphia territory,
I gotta
here's a
love all
1st
these
and
slant
10
plays that
at the
Minnesota
38.
got.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
I need to try to get Dalvin Cook from
Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
In an NFL that's uncertain from year to year, you know what you're going to get from year to year from tight end Kyle Rudolph. Very consistent, a nice threat in the passing game. The thing he's most proud of is continued improvement as a run blocker.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Stick back to pass.
Oh, it got
but it's
tipped.
incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there?
Oh,
Zone
I
was
did
absolutely
not
locked up tight.
do that.
He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly
I
right. Third
kicked it
down,
like
you
it was
gotta
just
try
a
and find
regular
something.
field goal.
There's nothing available there for him.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon,
Oh.
if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Here's a run on first down that
Here's
doesn't
the
accomplish
hit.
anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up
Yeah,
losing
but
a yard on the play.
sometimes I
and
go
it'll be
quickly
second and
whenever
11.
I do my
A
field
loss of
goal.
a yard there to
I
start
should have
out. That
waited for
leads
a
to
little
a
bit.
second and 11. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is met quickly in the
Third and
backfield.
12,
Down he goes,
Everson
folded like a
is
lawn
there.
chair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long. Working from the gun, Wentz.
Everson didn't
He
win.
goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. Everson Griffin with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston.
Yeah, that's
to
what
boot it
Daniil
away.
Hunter and
And he
Everson
punted
always
3
do.
times
They
in the
make a
loss last
game
week as he sends this one away.
sacks.
Fielded at the 33.
Just like Stephon Diggs
Well done
and
on
Adam
return.
Thielen. They make
And the
a
Vikings
game
will be set up well as they
out
take
of
over
how
in
many
great field
yards they
position.
can get.
First
Like
and
how
10.
many pass receptions they can get in a season.
First and 10, Stick. Dancing to his left. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
To throw again on second down. Stick. Wide open receiver, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
And warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup.
Oh, no,
I mean, my
I
goodness, you take him
that.
downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
It's caught in the end zone.
Who was
Touchdown,
that?
Minnesota. Jordan Taylor. His
Jordan
first
Taylor.
touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field
Yeah,
knowing
too
that
bad
they're
we
having
won't
to
be
defend
seeing
a
any
short
Jordan
field.
Taylor this
Just
year.
the idea of
He
trying
was
to
cut
limit
by
an
the
offense
Minnesota Vikings.
in
I
that
don't know who
position,
else is cut.
daunting for a defense.
But
Dan
it
Bailey
is what it
now
is.
for the
When
extra
you're in
point.
the NFL, you gotta always think there's actually gonna be one moment when you
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that
Like, I
drive,
barely
4
even heard
plays,
any
and it's
news
polished
yesterday
off by a
about
Viking score.
if the Vikings cut anyone or if they didn't.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And
I know the
no run
Bills,
back
they
here. This will be a
did cut
touchback, and it comes out to the
LaShawn
25-yard
McCoy.
line.
And I was like thinking,
The offense now at the
why?
line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the
Henderson
ball,
is there
the
again.
biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Pioneer Airways.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I don't want to hurt Wentz. I just want to keep hitting him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and short.
I don't know
so
why.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads
I think they should at least have Carson actually doing his scrambling and stuff like that.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They will run it. It's McKissick. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going back on Mike Griffin.
Now Wentz. Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're pulling their weight now. Carson is getting in the groove.
Now Howard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they
like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing now is Wentz. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
How could they not get him?
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide.
That was a good tip.
Reading,
Anthony Barr catch
and then
again.
the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
At one moment, I thought they were going to dive and get a shoelace tackle. That was a nice one. Nice pick 6. Wow.
Extra point try by Bailey. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Truthfully, I thought that running back and Carson was going to get
6, they'll get another shot at
everything
it now as this one's in the air.
Everything, he is a
running back. A few yards into the end zone.
A running back
here. This
and the type of quarterback Carson is. I think they could have caught him out.
Later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with the powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field.
There we go.
And they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
All I'm saying, this is revenge for the NFC North Championship 2 years ago.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's McKissick. Got some room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I feel like it's going to be like a pass.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He tried getting it.
The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point.
I was
and they
doing
like some
the
matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Been scrambling a lot more with Carson. Because Carson is a scrambling quarterback.
Tremendous
like
return
Easton Stick. Easton Stick is a scrambling quarterback.
Will take over here 1st and 10.
You gotta let them do what they can do. You can't just say no scramble,
ready to get this
stay in the
next drive
pocket.
underway. It's been a good first
you gotta
half
let them do what they can do.
14-0 points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're saying and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll run again. This time it's a dueler. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
They're not letting him run.
It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's keep Abdullah in.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I'm mostly going to be doing like run
just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A good run there on first down. And
you got to take it now.
2nd and 2.
They want that.
The 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
You know what?
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
I'm not going to do that.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
Take it to halftime. Don't run up
so
the
we
score.
come upon
I could
halftime with our
have,
score
but I didn't want to.
14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Albert Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team. of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, second half.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
It wasn't doing anything, so I wanted to skip it. All right, this half, we got to put it away. I could have put it away, got the third touchdown, but I didn't want to do it. I could have, but I didn't want to. I wanted to kneel it.
Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We have a
The
2-point
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys
Putting
had
it
a punt
away
last
that
time.
early,
It has not been a very fruitful game
it would be
offensively
like
thus
an
far.
orange type
They
game.
haven't even made it to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on
Ooh,
that sideline
was
because that drives you berserk to come off the field.
I think that was
move the ball
far.
well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
That is a nice
and they
throw by
get him
him.
down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, Sean Jeff.
16 yards, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Xavier was there.
Looking for more now on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wins. And that's incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Oh, God. That is something you don't want to see if you're a Viking fan.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's set up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
That's high risk.
Buying time to his left.
You don't want to
Taylor left side. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Smith catches left side. Touchdown.
There you go. Smith Jr.
Smith Jr. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. So they
at least get
jumped on the
some
left
scores
side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run with Howard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone
I
with
still
vision,
get the X
good
factor
footwork,
somewhat.
and add a little bit of power.
Like, some of them are
you
just,
find a way to pick up 1st downs.
I don't know.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there
Like
and bring him down. Stephen Weatherly. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Just can't allow
So that
8
complicates
yards.
things a bit here. 18 yards to go
I don't
now
get
on
it.
2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner
Yeah,
if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a
hurt.
man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good 1st half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
But I mostly not looking
Looks
for
like the defense
Treadwell.
put pretty good pressure on him, but he's
I
able to
think
flush out to his
somewhat, I
right to
think
try
it's
to evade
not
people.
realistic
On the run,
because
had to
mostly.
get on his horse, still accurately.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Okay, I don't.
One slip away last
But
week as
what
well,
else
so now
is,
2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
We got a lot of practice, and we watched him work.
Treadwell can
What
barely
did the
catch.
quarterback coach talk about all week?
I've seen a lot of balls thrown
And we
Treadwell's
looked at each other,
way
two-hand,
that he dropped.
Two-hand monster, both hands on
If
the
it's me
football,
throwing it to him
taking
a
care
lot
of
and him
putting
catching
away
it,
so the ball
I just think
doesn't
that's
get dropped.
unrealistic, but
And we return,
That's just me.
welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
I see him open a lot
A
though.
lot of happy
That's the
faces
thing.
in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown,
Went
Philadelphia.
to Earth.
Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Abdullah, I'm gonna need you.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
Yeah, they definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he stopped immediately there.
Yeah,
No gain on the play there, second down.
I can get Dalvin Cook some good games, sometimes can't.
Again, it's Cook. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations.
6 rushes, 24 yards to the offense.
The things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Gets around him, and on this one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Stick, flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Stick looks to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Oh, it's a QB rush. Let's try getting
so the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. With 1:53 left,
closer.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the... And he'll get
and
it! Touchdown, Minnesota! Easton Stick, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled.
I don't want to let
put together something here at the end just to take into next week.
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now this throw caught left side. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
I didn't mean to do that.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now Wentz again. There's the first NFL catch for the former Stanford man, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it.
I think he got it.
They always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Looks like he had the toe drag.
Wentz's pass complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
I saw that toe drag.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They run on 1st down.
There
They're
goes
able
the
to get this
timeout.
forward for about
So,
4. The Eagles
I need
will
to get a
take their
first down and
3rd
start
and
kneeling.
final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They run it again with Cook.
Oh, God. I did not want to do that, but...
Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, this game is over.
Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock.
It's going to be like a Hail Mary
to go.
Oh, punch.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Minnesota, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm going to leave this off here for you guys. If you guys liked it, smash that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later, guys.